We finally have Inferno X. It honestly felt like forever to get these booster boxes in, but I tried to get these boxes as soon as I could, and thankfully they came in time. And these two booster boxes we will open because both of them happen to be the same weight. With the wrapper, both of them were 290 grams, and without the wrapper, both of them were 288 grams. I don't know if there's gonna be a real significant difference or if weight indicates anything, but I figured they're not that hard to weigh. And one viewer did mention that his or her Japanese booster box that was heavier happened to have the better hit than the lighter booster box, and I thought, okay, since they're not that hard to weigh, why not see if there's a difference? But then it turns out the booster boxes weigh the same. However, even though they weigh the same, the packs inside are actually different. Granted, they do rest in about the same weight range. So for one booster box, the lightest pack was 8.49 and the highest was 8.61. Whereas the other booster box, the lowest was 8.46 and the highest was 8.65. In general, both of them hit the 8.5 gram range with some 8.6s. Now my guess is there hasn't been much of a change in terms of where the hits are. I'm gonna guess the hits are gonna be in this heavier half, and then these ones are just gonna be regular cards and maybe a couple hollows. And same thing with the other booster box. But let's see, it's been a long time since we've seen Charizard, I think. At least a very significant card for Charizard. So let's start with 8.49. And I don't know what the hit rates are for these, so we'll just find out. So 8.49, and I wonder if these can be ripped normally like this. Nah, they still can't be ripped like that. Oh my goodness. No joke, this is not easy to rip. Like, what kind of glue did they use? Maybe this one? Oh geez. I think I'm gonna tear into the cards. No joke, that was really hard to open. And, okay, no surprise, nothing there. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned trying to open these. 8.50, because I certainly don't want to rip them. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Okay, nothing. 8.51. Alright, this might be very, not monumental for a while. 8.52. Yeah, nothing. 8.53. Okay, here's another really hard pack to open. Yeah. I think, okay, you know what? I'm going to use my friend the scissor. I'm just gonna go down this entire row. There we go. This is how confident I am that there is really nothing on this lighter half. Okay, this is 8.54. Nothing. 8.54. I feel kind of sorry for the wrapper. It's in a sorry state. Nothing. 8.54. Kind of nice not having to, like, tear open anything. 8.55. Sorry, yeah. The most... oh my gosh! No way. Flygon? Really? An 8.55? Whoa. I think I was about to say, nothing, but no way. Oh my goodness. Did they change it? Whoa. Don't you hate it when you're humbled? Everybody needs it once in a while, especially me. Wow, no way. Okay, now I'm really curious. 8.55 again. Okay, nothing there. Really? 8.55. Well, there's a hollow. 8.55. Man, I am really curious. 8.55 again. Wonder if that was a fluke and, it's just not something to be expected. 8.55. Wait, what? 8.56. Here's some ripping, at least. Yeah. Really? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. Where did you come from? Why are you here already? Okay, I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna keep ripping. 8.56. Now we're in the fatter stack. What the? Oh, yeah. It was upside down. I totally forgot. Hollow. 8.56. I'm confused. I'm hoping this wasn't like a resealed pack and maybe they're like, oh, this was taken from a different box or something. 8.57. Oh my goodness. Okay. What is this? That was Pinocchio. Is this Heracross? What is this? What kind of nose? Is it a proboscis? No. Actually, no, it's not a proboscis. That's his horns. Oh my gosh. I think they could have done a little better job with this picture. Okay, we have a Mega Heracross. At least I think that is Mega Heracross. 8.57 again. Piplup, that's really cute. Oh, Piplup, Piplup. I really think sometimes some packs are just personally packed. Oh, look, and there's Vibrava, which evolves into Flygon. Ah, Piplup, that is... Piplup, that's so cute. This is a really nice picture. I think it's one of the best illustrations of Piplup, I think. He's sitting all alone. Doesn't it make you want to hug him? Ah, Piplup, you're so cute. 8.57. Oh no. Oh no. Tell you the truth, I really just want to cut everything. Otherwise, if you get a really hard rip, you risk damaging the cards. And if you cut them, you still risk damaging the cards. I'm just going to cut a few at a time. There we go. No sweat. And by no sweat, I mean there was a whole lot of it. 8.57. Hollow. Oh, well. I cut them together, I guess with so much pressure or heat that they stuck. Just kidding. It's just the glue. 8.57 again. There's a lot. 8.57s. That's a hollow. 8.57. That's a base. Sharpedo? That's a lot of horns on the nose. Looks very uncomfortable. 8.58. And what's his name? Rotom? Rotom? Or Rotom? 8.58. Just a hollow. 8.60. A Lopunny. Full art. And again, like this double artwork thing. It's a little confusing. It really does look like double vision. Hey, 8.60 now. Hollow. 8.60 again. Wow, nothing in an 8.60. Not even a hollow. Okay, 8.60. We got the third AR, Toxtricity, right? I just remember it had the word city in it. And it looks like he's actually in a city. Oh, and there's like a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff. And like there's like a Pokemon Center maybe down there. Probably a Pokemon Center where everybody's getting the packs. Yeah, this is the last two. 8.61. Another full art. No clue what this is. Pendant? I'm gonna assume it's a pendant necklace thing. And then the last card for this box, 8.61. And base. Okay. Empoleon. Okay, so looking at it, we got 4 bases, 3 IRs, 2 full arts, which is pretty standard for a booster box. Japanese booster box, I guess. Except for that Flygon. I don't understand. He actually came in a very light pack. Okay, but seeing how everything else was in the heavy half, I wonder if that's just a fluke. You know, honestly, you never know until you open the next box, which is exactly what we're doing. Starting with 8.46. Let's see if this box is just as hard to open. Oh, this was easy. Nothing. 8.50. Maybe I should just cut them? That's just so much easier. Yeah, okay. Some of them are still really hard to open. I do not like that. Guess what I'm gonna do? Let's see if we have any surprises in the first half. Now I have to be careful on the light packs. Anybody cringing yet? Okay, I have a feeling I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the heavy ones. Alright, 8.50. Nothing. 8.50. Nothing. 8.51. Nothing still. 8.51. Nothing. Oh, this one didn't cut all the way through. 8.52. Hollow. 8.54. Nothing. 8.55. Nothing. Okay, this 8.55 was where we found Flygon last time. 8.55 again. I'm not finding anything right now. 8.55. Still nothing. 8.55. Going through this. Nothing. 8.55 again. So many 8.55s. Oh, we're getting hollows. 8.55. Come on, come on. 8.56. Nothing. 8.56 again. Nothing. 8.57, and that's the last of this half. And nothing. Okay, I don't know what went on with that Flygon. Did I weigh it wrong? I don't know. I don't think I weighed it wrong. I was even using 2 scales because I was testing a new scale. I typically use this one. But then I bought a new scale, which was this one here. So I was testing both of them out. So I don't think I got them wrong. Yeah, this scale that I use, it's no longer on sale. It was on Amazon and now it's not on Amazon. So I am sad. But that's why I decided I'll test a new scale. So if you guys are interested in what kind of scales I use, I actually have an answer that you could actually get. But anyhow, 8.57. I'll rip at least one or another one. Nothing. 8.57. I thought this would not open for me. Yeah, nothing. 8.58. At base, it's Sharpedo again. 8.58. Haha, that's a hollow. I was like, shiny. No, shiny, but not shiny enough, apparently. 8.58. Hollow. 8.59. Ha! Oh! Flygon! Why did you show up so soon last time? Flygon, by the way, is one of my favorites, just because when Trapinch came out, I had no clue what it would evolve into, and I was pleasantly surprised that it evolved into something really, really cool. Ultimately, in the end. And yeah, also, there's like a whole ton of other Pokemon. There's lots of Vibravas here. Lotad, we got a Trapinch, the Bramblin, the tumbleweed Pokemon thing right here. This is actually a very nice card. Just saying. I don't mind getting 2 of them. Okay, 8.60. Oh, come on. Ah, no. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. Avert your gaze. Oh, man. 8.60. We are certainly missing a lot of hits, so I expect all the rest of these packs to actually have hits. Okay, here we go. Empoleon again. 8.61. Am I gonna get a repeat of everything that I got the last time? 8.61. No way. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna get a repeat? Whoa. If that's the case, this is gonna be pretty boring. 8.61. Oh no, okay. Phew. It's Yamper. This is really cute. Nice colors. Oh gosh, but still. Really? You got 4 that I already got from the last one. At least have some variation here. But this is a really cute Yamper. Okay, 8.61. Still playing catch up. Miss Magius, right? Yeah, Miss Magius. 8.62. Ooh, cool. We got the Mega Charizard base. Not bad in terms of color, I think. Well, pinkish green flames. That's a thing, right? Blue flames I understand, but pinkish green I don't know. Okay, 2 more. 0.63. 8.63. Ooh. Nope. I'm not recalling his name. Nimble, right? Nimble? This is nice. I like the artwork in the back. Seems very Oriental Asian, you know? That kind of artwork style. 8.65 is... 8.65 is the last one. And what are we missing? More full art, maybe? Choo! That was terrible. Oh my gosh, I think it was a really cool card. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Obviously not the SIR, but yeah. Hey, I'll take a full art. Mega Charizard, that's cool. Did your heart stop there? Because my heart kind of did. Yay, Mega Charizard. The non-SIR version. What are you doing there? Okay, so this is, I should organize it, but this is also 4 bases, 3 IRs and 2 full arts. So yeah, that's the same count as the last box. And that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we pulled some kind of Charizard. And I'm gonna sleeve this before I make a mess of it. But yeah, geez, that Flygon from the last booster box, where in the world did that come from? I honestly don't know. I'm kind of doubting myself. Did I weigh it wrong? I don't think I did. I mean, if it was weighed wrong, if something went wrong with my scale and I didn't realize it, like both my scales, even though they weighed everything else correctly. Well, the hits from the last box, they pretty much started at 8.57. That Flygon came in at 8.55, and 8.55 pretty much fell within that first half of the stack, the lightest stack. So that's where it was placed. So if there was some sort of error with the scale, it'd be a 0.02 gram error. Jeez, I am a little confused. But in general, still, the trend is the heavier half is what has the hits. That's just it. The heavier half has the hits. There's just no question about that. We have another Inferno X to do. And again, it's comparing 2 booster boxes. One was the lightest that I have received so far, and the other is the heaviest that I received so far. The lightest started out at 289 grams, and I removed the wrapper, and it was 287 grams. And the heavier booster box was 291 grams at the start, and it became 290 grams after I removed the wrapper. And I don't know if there's anything particularly foretelling about that weight, except that the heavier box just had the heavier packs. Bam. This is the heavier box, so this is the lighter box. The lightest in the lightest box is 8.43, and the heaviest is 8.60. So let's see what we find. Nothing. This might be very boring as usual. 8.46. Nothing. 8.47. Nothing. 8.48. So far these are ripping pretty smoothly. Granted, I kind of like cutting them and then just pulling them out. It's pretty smooth. 8.49. But then I would miss all the ASMR of all this wrapper crinkling noise. I don't know. 8.49. Nothing. 8.49. I think I should just cut the rest of them. It's just easier that way. Avert your eyes if you don't like to see this. 8.50. Yeah, so easy. 8.50. That is just a hollow. 8.50. Nothing. 8.50. 8.51. Nothing. 8.51. Nothing. 8.51. Just a hollow. 8.52. Nothing. Okay, so for nothing. So now we're getting to the heavier stack. Yep, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I also want to mention that Japanese booster boxes, I guess the quality control of them, I think has kind of gone downhill. At least 3 of the 4 Inferno X booster boxes I purchased, some of the plastic around the seam lines, if you know what I mean, were melted. And I thought, oh no, maybe this was a reseal thing. Granted, the extra melted portions didn't go all the way across necessarily, so I had my doubts. Also, if you take a look at the holes here, that is way off center compared to this one where it's much more center. See, right here? That one's like way on the right. So yeah, it definitely looks like quality control isn't necessarily present. So if you get a booster box where the seal might look a little funky, that actually might be normal. Alright, 8.52. Okay, here's our first hit, Ambipom. I like how crisp and clear this is, but this almost looks like an American cartoon. And I don't necessarily trust American cartoons. I do like how nice, crisp, and clear it is, though. And it has a bunch of berries. Okay, 8.52 again. Base, Lopunny. Okay, 8.52. Nothing. 0.53. Yeah, this kind of goes by pretty smooth. Oh, Mega Charizard again. Welcome back. Good to see ya. Bring your SIR along with you next time. 8.53. dugong. That's really pretty. That is pretty. No joke. Right, 8.54. Just a hollow. 8.55. Nothing. 8.55. There's our base. Miss Magius. 8.55 again. I like how Japanese booster box openings are pretty simple and straightforward. 8.56. Ching. Oh, is this like a switch? Like you switch? Like that? Are they reusing artwork? This looks very familiar. I think this is a switch. I don't know. 8.56. It's Dugong again. Ching. Ooh, we have the Zacian. That's neat. I like the illustration. Pretty flowers in the background. Okay, 8.58. Oricorio base. Yay, we get a base that we did not get before. And now my pack wrappers are starting to blend in with the cards. Alright, 8.58. Just a few more packs. Hollow. 8.58. Looks like a base. Oh, just kidding. It's a full art. Oricorio full art. Sure, why not? Get Oricorio base and get Oricorio full art. Ooh, but I really like the way that they designed the texture. I don't know if I could properly demonstrate it, but see, it kind of looks feathery. Shoo, shoo, shoo. There's like these overlapping, looks like overlapping swipes, you know what I mean? And it goes all the way around like that. That is very fitting for the way Oricorio is probably moving, flailing its wings. Dancing. That is really cool. And finally, 8.60. Nothing. So what we have here, 3 IRs, 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, and 2 full art. So again, pretty standard. I think that's what we found the last time for the other 2 booster boxes. Good thing is that the suspicious wrapping that I received doesn't mean that it was a, swiped box or a fraudulent box. Now we have the heavier booster box to do, so let's do that. The lightest in the heaviest booster box is 8.52, and the heaviest is 8.68. So, should I do the cutting thing again? I probably should. It just goes by smoother and a little faster. This is really for the good of this video. Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let me know if you prefer just hearing the rips or just zooming through the packs. 8.52. Nothing. 8.53. And if you can't see what number is on my label, just trust what I say, because I am reading them. 8.54. Nothing. 8.54 again. Still nothing. what is this, 54? Yeah, 8.54. Nothing. 8.55. Nothing. 8.55 again. 8.56. Nothing. 8.56. Nothing. 8.57. Yeah, hollow. 8.57. Nothing. 8.57. Yeah, nothing. 8.58. I'm sure by now I got a complete set, right? 8.61. I mean, this is my 4th booster box. What? Oh my goodness. It happened again. Okay, that was 8.61, but actually looking at the booklet, that actually makes sense. I'll tell you. I'll let you know after I finish all this. 8.61. Okay, nothing. If you're squeamish, this didn't help. Okay, moving on. 8.61. Hollow. 8.61. Hollow still. 8.62. Yeah, nothing. 8.62. Still nothing. 8.62. Man, these 6.2s have nothing. 8.62. Hollow. Now 8.63. And we have a base or a choreo. Yeah, we're kind of short on hits here, so pretty much expect everything else has hits. Or most of them. 8.63. Hollow. 8.63. Togedemaru. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but this is exactly what its name is. That's cute. I'd say this is one of the best picks of Togedemaru. That's nice. And then he has a little friend there that's peeping in on him. 8.65. Yamper? Again? That's okay. That's cool. It's cute. There's all the cute, charming stuff. That's what we're getting. 8.65. Mega Heracross is back. 8.65. Charizard. 8.66. I won't even pretend to know who this guy is. Like, I've seen his card, but I never remember who he is. Like Grimsley? Grim something, maybe? Because the background looks pretty grim and dark. That's his name. It's pretty suitable. This actually looks pretty cool. 8.67. Focus. 8.67. Empoleon. And the last pack, 8.68. What? It's a heat gun? Like a flame torch type of thing? That says Hitobana, so heat burner? It definitely looks like a heat burner. I mean, if it's a burner, it's obviously heat, right? Heat is involved, as shown by the intense flames here. That actually is not that bad looking, believe it or not. Reviewing all of this, we have the same thing. We have 4 bases. We have 3 IRs. Yeah, 3 IRs or 3 ARs, whatever. And then we have our 2 full arts here. So there you go. Hit rate pretty much discovered, maybe. I don't know. That is the hit rate that I have so far encountered for each of these 4 booster boxes. And there may be more booster boxes because Phantasmal Flames is extremely expensive. So I might just have to fill that time period up with a lot of Inferno X's. I don't know. I am sad. But anyways, let me show you why that dugong kind of makes sense being there. Okay, so this is the box, the 290 gram box. We just opened it. Here are our hits. And of course, most of them lie in this half, the heavier half, except for this dugong. However, it's in the 0.61. I accidentally wrote it in 0.57. It's in 0.61. Well, the 0.61, there were 4 of them, literally on that half line border, half line mark, I guess. Here's 0.61, 0.61, and then 0.61, 0.61. Since there were 4 of them, 2 of them were in the light half, 2 of them were in the heavy half. I just put dugong right here at 0.61 because that's typically my tendency. I just put it in the first point whatever that I see. But of course it could have been any of these packs. It doesn't have to be the first one. But just going to show that the dugong IR was just in the half line area. So it kind of counts as both light and heavy at the same time. I don't know. It's just the median mark. And so far, looking at my other Inferno booster boxes, that's kind of what we see. So booster box number 3, what we just opened before, when we started getting the hits, it was also at the half line. So in the 0.52s was when we started seeing hits, and 0.52 kind of counts as partly in the light half as well as the heavy half. 0.52 is pretty much marking this one right here, marks the 15th pack. This is the 16th pack. This is the 17th pack. So it's literally the half line. So while, yeah, the heavier half has the most hits, it's really close. And then, of course, that booster box. What was it? I think our first booster box, I put it as booster box number 2. That Flygon way in the 0.55s right here didn't even reach the half line mark, so that was truly bizarre. While the second booster box that we had opened, I made a mistake. I wrote Flygon and Mega Heracross. That was from the other booster box. I accidentally wrote it in the wrong one. Ignore those. Anyways, that second booster box was pretty much standard, what we typically see. All the hits were in the heavier half. So to sum it up, from our 4 Inferno X booster boxes, 2 of the booster boxes, most of the hits were in the heavier half, except those hits started so close or pretty much right there at the half line mark, versus Oh, totally, completely in the heavier half. And then one booster box, it is technically the same thing. Most of them were in the heavier half, but that one dugong that just strayed from the pack, no pun intended, and ended up in the lighter half. That was totally unexpected. And then our fourth booster box followed the same general patterns that we have seen for Japanese booster boxes, where pretty much all of the hits were in the heavy half, and they weren't necessarily that close to the half line mark, or the halfway mark. I keep saying half line, but it is like a halfway line, I guess. That is all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to support the channel, you can like the video and subscribe. You can also donate to my PackStat coffee account, where all donations will go back into trying to get more products so that I can share more data with you and we can have fun opening it together. Any of that helps out. But thank you so much for watching. We're definitely going to do more weights and more rips. So I'll see you in the next PackStat.